Welcome to the Film Weird podcast. We're back in the studio again after a holiday episode, and we're back again with another fantastic guest.
Yes, we are.
Sam, take it away, please.
Right then. This is it's become a bit of a significant feature, this.
Okay.
We're trying to outdo each other with the best
Our
intro.
emphatic intros.
My ego is waiting.
It's going to get charged.
Yeah, it is. You're not going to be able to get out the door. So, our guest today is a true creative force. Look at that. That's already a good start, isn't it?
It's a good start.
Shaking
Strong.
up the worlds of both music and fashion.
Wow.
I like it. Keep going.
Look at that. Across Europe, is what I meant to say. Across Europe.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Not wrong.
She's modelled for Cheetos.
True.
I really wanted
Facts.
to just say that one, to be honest.
Do you know what? That is the highlight of my CV. So
That's a
I'm
cool
really
one.
There you
glad
go.
you included
There you
it.
She's earned, as a musician, over 780,000 streams.
Big
I
fan
bet you
of
didn't
that.
even know
I
that.
didn't know that.
Yes, I did the maths. And you scored in the top 10 of BBC Introducing's best songs of 2022.
Wow.
Remember that?
I do
Because
remember
we
that,
performed it together
We did.
on the
you
old
threw yourself
radio
on that.
waves.
You
Yes,
threw
we did.
yourself
Yeah.
on that
No.
one.
She's also a brand ambassador for the likes of Savage Fenty. We have an actual Rihanna ambassador over in the
We'll
room.
take it.
This is royalty
We'll
for
take
us,
it.
Wow.
right? She was on the panel of the RNCM Creative Innovators Award.
True.
So just wait to say, because that really made me laugh.
Oh, thanks.
No. And she works as creative brand director for the likes of Before July, South Street and Mercy.
Oh my gosh. Wow. And I better add Wonder Doll.
Oh yeah, and Wonder.
Yes.
And soon to be ambassador for Feel Weird clothing.
We'll
Of
take it.
course,
Oh yeah,
obviously.
had to
We'll
say
take it.
that.
We'll take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lois Rae Smith.
Thank you so much, guys.
Wait for the mic. Give her a clap.
Absolutely.
I'll actually come here again.
You
it's
should
a
do.
I think I should.
It's a great
do.
intro.
I feel I'm blushing. I'm actually
It was a good
blushing.
intro
That was a
then.
very
It's a
good
sign of a
intro.
good
And the
intro.
thing is, there's so much more to say.
There is. But
I mean,
before we start, I just want to say, guys, I think what you're doing here is amazing. and I'm really,
Oh,
really
go on,
happy to
tell
be
us
here.
all about it.
Come
then.
on.
You guys are just unreal. What you guys do here is so special and you build like such a community. I just want to get out of the way before we start ripping each
Yeah,
other.
give us our flowers.
I just want to say you're building something amazing and I'm really, really happy to be
Thank you,
here.
Lois. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
thanks for
Good job,
having
you.
me.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for having me.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Very welcome. I'm now feeling a little bit guilty for belittling your modelling career to just
Yes.
Cheetos.
Well, we're going to cover
You know.
a lot of that today. We've
Don't
certainly
want to blow
got a
too
lot
much
of
smoke up your ass, you see.
We've got a lot of great topics we're covered in
We do,
fashion
we
and
do.
music and so on and so
We do.
forth.
Do you want to hit us with the first
We'll
one?
start us off with the first one. So,
Oh, hang on.
Go on.
We don't want to look over
Sorry,
Splinter.
Splinter.
You
We're
can't
just
see
gonna get to
Splinter.
it.
He sat in the
I wasn't
shadow
gonna forget.
off-shot and they've
I wasn't gonna forget.
completely forgotten.
I was
just wanna
literally
make
about
a
to look at
point.
the notes for it.
I want to make a point that Splinter had his moment in the sun. He had his flowers.
He'll return
We
to
had
the
a
sun.
Graham Norton-esque episode where he interviewed us two and he was in the
Okay.
hot seat.
Which I'm sure you
Amazing.
listen to and watch.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
I'm sure you
obviously.
watched religiously. Anyway, he's now back in the shadows, but you can hear his sultry vocal cords.
Clearly a result of my hosting of the episode has resulted to me sitting in the dark in the corner out of
Oh.
shot.
Unfortunately,
Bring
until
it
you've
back.
modelled for
My face.
Cheetos, you don't go on the camera. It's not that hard. It's
No,
quite
that's fair
simple,
enough.
really.
That's fair enough. Well, I do have your starting question.
Oh, yes.
And I'm now just bringing it up on the screen. If you could
Interesting.
time travel and witness any event in history, what would it be?
Oh my
I
God.
love
Easy
these thought provoking
peasy
questions.
lemon squeezy.
Go on then.
To not
please.
make this the
Basketball
longest.
related.
No,
I'm
it's
telling
not.
you, it's basketball
No,
related.
it's not. Great. I didn't even think of that. First
It'll
thing I
be
thought was
conspiracy related, 100%.
Splinter's correct. The building of the pyramids, obviously.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that is a
there for
shout.
that. They're
You've-
moving 50 to 100 ton rocks
Yeah.
with just people.
Do you know
Love
what?
it.
Like, me and my boyfriend were actually talking about this. Is it aliens? Is it intelligent life? Is it giants?
Is it
Delete all
the
of
above?
those notes. We're going into this for the next
This is
hour.
what I said it was going to
That's all
cause
I
this.
care about.
We did a conspiracy episode for context. We
We
did
did.
2 conspiracy episodes back to back, which are our biggest episodes to date now.
Yeah.
And we covered the likes of a lot of
1%
this stuff.
of what we wanted to
But
cover
yeah,
as
really
well.
a slither of it.
Yeah.
But that's the first thing that came to mind before sporting event, before anything significant. You want to see Martin Luther King do his I Have a Dream speech?
Fuck that.
No, I don't. I need to see what they did
Fuck
and how
that.
they built him.
He's a human being that said words. Well, we've all seen it before. Have you seen? Have you seen slaves lift like
Yeah.
such
Granite
heavy-
blocks
But
from...
how? How
age-
did they do that? Do you think like we could just tap into a different frequency at that time?
fucking love
Who
where
knows?
this is going?
Who knows?
Do you know?
She's the right kind of
we-
response
I'm
for this
fresh
show.
off a couple of really mind-boggling episodes of Joe Rogan I've been listening to as well. So
Okay, we don't need like, we don't need to go there.
Yeah,
We
so
don't need
to
to go
not
there,
get
'cause
into the
that's-
longest segment of this, because we would do an hour on this and how they did it.
yeah.
One of you, please go on.
So I'm gonna. We've almost swapped there because it's me that waffles
you're gonna go
on.
sport and
But
event?
I'm gonna say I've got to say being in the new camp of the treble season when United won the Champions League.
What year is that?
99.
Boring.
Oh.
So when you were a
99.
Bambino?
I was one.
Oh.
Absolutely. But I've got like mates whose dads were there, and the story I heard once of a mate's dad who would like, so for context, equalised last minute, and they thought it was going to go extra time, and then they won at the last minute.
Okay.
So people had not even finished losing their shit after the first goal, and my mate's dad like jumped up and celebrated and fell like 5 fucking rows down, smashed all his face up, and then got up. They scored again, and he did it again.
Oh my gosh.
How quickly did he score after?
Violent.
Literally like less than a minute.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
who was the
it's like
MVP?
70 seconds.
Who was the MVP?
Who was the MVP at the time?
Basketball
Cantona.
term. No, I think actually I don't know who it was.
You know who it was? It was Ollie. Scored
Solskjaer.
in the
Yeah,
last
but he wasn't. He wouldn't have got man of the match for. Well, he probably would have.
one. Yeah,
wouldn't
he
he?
probably did.
But
Anyway.
realistically, it was Beckham. Anyway, Lois, go on.
Lois, where would you go at any time in history? What would you like to
Any event.
witness?
I don't know if have you already asked this question to other people?
No.
No?
I think I would say like the dawn of time.
Oh, you're going way,
I'm going
way,
back
way
to the beginning because I just want to know what happened. Like the pyramids, the dinosaurs, the Bible.
Sure, you're going way, way back.
Like I just want to figure it out. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I don't
It's a
want to
good one.
get too religious or political, but like
It's a good
what,
one.
You
What
wouldn't have
happened?
much company.
But how
there.
would
It'd
you
just
win-
be you and loads of bacteria?
But yeah, how
How
would
do
you
you
witness
know?
that though? Because like, where are you even?
Can you witness that? Can you witness
We're
it?
getting really
She's just like floating in
theoretical
oblivion
now.
and just like
We've
bang.
got
the
Neil
big bang.
deGrasse Tyson on the
But
episode
maybe
now.
like slowly, so I can actually see what happened. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to bang. I don't want a big
Oh,
bang.
you want it
I
just
want,
like played out. You're at right at the moment
yeah,
of
I want step by
inception of the
step.
earth.
It'd be like
Wow.
the Adam Sandler film where he's got the remote.
Click.
Yeah, click.
Yeah, great film.
And you'd
Yeah.
have to just slow mo,
Yeah,
just rewind. Yeah, that's something's not right here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
I like it.
That was 3 very
But
different ones.
I probably
Three
would have
very
actually
different
said
ones.
the pyramids. I'm not
Well, I
just
couldn't
saying
really
that.
top the pyramids, so I went
No.
straight for the treble season.
Pyramids is a great one, but
It's a bit of a contrast.
I feel fucking stupid now.
some great answers. But to get us into our first segment, thank you, Splinter, for that.
No, you're welcome. Thank you. Great answer.
Yes, thank
Thank you.
you.
Great
It
answer.
was a great question,
Great
as per
question.
always.
Thank you.
Desert Island Discs is a segment we've been doing for
Oh,
every
yeah.
guest we've had on so far that's been a musician or involved in music. So it means you're on an island, you have 3 albums
3.
to listen to for the rest of your life.
And albums is the important thing because people have got confused before.
Yes, we've had people come up with singles and we're like, you've already done
You've
it.
wasted it. You've got
Okay.
3 songs. You
3
could have had 30. You could have.
3 albums.
Oh my god!
The rest of time.
You know what's
Oh, look at this. This
you
is
know what's
fantastic. We've
wild?
got
I don't
Spotify
know
up.
if I know the name. I know the albums, but do I know the names of them?
Do you know the artist? And we can
So
pull
I
them up.
think Noah Cyrus. I think the album's called "The End of Everything."
Oh, pressure,
It could be called.
Pressure.
It might not be.
pressure,
Yeah,
pressure,
go on.
But
pressure.
For context of Spotify, we're pulling up Spotify.
Context for Spotify. We're
Or
pulling up
Apple Music
Spotify.
listeners. Do you see it there?
I
on
think
that
it's that
list?
one with the orange.
the
like-
end of.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is. It
Yeah.
is the
Everything
end of
2020.
everything.
I absolutely
You
love
do
that
know
album.
your favourite album.
I do. I love that album.
Only 8 songs. It's
Oh, I've
only a
heard
little-
July. July's a tune.
Yeah. and-
What's it about that album?
Do you know what? There's a couple of albums and like EPs of hers that I just
Yeah.
really love. And I would say like that I probably should mention them both at the same time. Like Dolly Parton is a huge inspiration for me. So I feel like Noah's kind of like, obviously she's been like heavily influenced. And I think
And she's the edgier Miley. And shit.
let's go for like Dolly Parton, the greatest hits.
Oh.
Can I do that? Or is
No,
that
you can't.
cheating?
No, it's a good idea.
So I think it's basically because like I'm not like the most amazing singer, but I love playing like piano
Just
and
bollocks.
no, but I'm not. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I'm not like a Whitney or something. Do you know what I mean? And especially like where we came from, there was a ton of Whitneys like at our music school.
That's kind of valid.
But like I think like people like Noah Cyrus, and especially Dolly Parton, like if you think of like
Yeah.
I Will Always Love You and like the way that Whitney sang that, but Dolly Parton like did it in her own way, just with her guitar, and it was just equally as beautiful in a different way. And I feel like Dolly and Noah like helped me to see that like it's all right to just do your
Yeah.
thing. Do
You
you know
don't
what I
have to
mean?
be the
Especially as a
dancer.
singer-songwriter, you've not got to like belt it out or like be some kind of extraordinaire. I mean, it's great if you are, but like, do you know what I mean? I think that's
Absolutely,
why
yeah.
I like those two so much. And obviously they're quite similar, like little country twang and like guitar vocal.
Well,
Love
this
that.
is it for a bit of context for our artist over here. You've been a very successful kind of R&B artist so far, haven't
Yes.
you?
Yeah.
But a little teaser.
Well, actually, like probably what a lot of people don't know is that like I actually did write country music first. And then when I kind of like, I met my producer and he was like, what kind of music do you listen to? And it was all R&B.
Yeah.
So he was like, because I was actually going to say that my third album would be Scissor. You know, Scissor's album with
Yeah.
Snooze on and all that.
Absolutely,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely love every single track of that album. But like, I was only listening to R&B at the time. So I thought it was just natural for me to do that. And like my producer's an amazing R&B like producer. So like.
And you write what you're surrounded by as well.
Exactly. But I think like now I'm kind of like going full circle back to a bit more of like a singer-songwriter vibe. Like I've been writing a lot lately, just at the piano or guitar. And it's like, also what I love about, I know this is a massive album, what I love about this album is it's not really R&B, is it? There's just a bit of everything on there. And that's so brave as well. I feel like all three of those artists are like, do you know what? I'm just going to do what I do and like unapologetically. That's what I love about all of those guys. But yeah.
Big boss energy, those three as well.
Yeah.
And to be fair, if we're just talking literal for your 3 discs, it's a shitload of songs you've managed to squeeze in there as well.
Yeah, I mean...
Which I mean, it's the rest of your life, so you're going to need them.
R&B, pop, country, nice mixed bag. You can listen to that for the rest of your life.
Definitely.
It's a solid list.
Yeah.
I could listen to SZA forever, to be fair.
Yeah, love her. I feel like we've definitely done a SZA cover.
We've done Good Days before.
Yeah, we have.
You've done a couple collabs?
Yeah.
Live, no digital footage of this?
There might be.
I think there might be.
What was the event called, Lois?
It was for One Extra, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought
it was
so.
Like have you got some footage, Lily?
I've got footage from your gig.
Oh.
Slaps then.
Yeah, it was. Wow, was it like 2021?
No,
2022.
That far ago. It was. I think it was late 22 or it was early 23.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it feels like a long time ago. More, like longer than that.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, it was DJ Ace who's always supported me on One Extra, and I think he's moved now. I think he's moved to Kiss, if I'm right.
Yeah, that's pretty big news. He's like a champion DJ.
He is like a huge, like he literally changed my life. Like when I started out in music, like nobody would listen to my stuff. And then I actually sent it to like 100 different radio stations and like one got back to me. And it was actually Ace's PA who got back to me at the time. Now she's like doing amazing things. She's like an amazing producer. Nice. She does like introducing on One Extra now.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, like, so I was emailing everyone from like community stations all the way up to like Radio 1 and one person got back to me. It just happened to be Ace, and like he's since like supported me so much.
That's cool that like all of the stations that are supposed to support grassroots music just weren't asked. Yeah. Radio 1 Extra were like,
he's supported so many like up and coming talents. Like he's really like fresh on the pulse with R&B. So like, and like obviously like he toured and we did his like tour. The Manchester show. So yeah, that was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the thing. So now you're transitioning.
Yes.
Into your country music, back to your roots.
Yes.
I mean, we'll get a little taste for that later in the live performance.
Yes.
We certainly will. Looking forward to seeing it.
Sneaky.
Well, while we're keeping off the music and going into your fashion side of it, we're certainly going to go through it. Splinter's going to pull up some items that we've got from some viral fashion trends.
Okay.
And I want to get a couple of words on your thoughts on them. Do you love it? Do you hate it?
Fresh hot takes.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Don't think too much.
I'll say love it or hate it, and then I'll give you a word.
Okay. I'm going to guess it's going to be a mostly hate it.
Oh, really?
None of these are big hitters, but yeah, let's get them big screen.
Oh my God, yeah.
Zoom that right in.
Yeah, because I am very blind.
Yeah, firstly, we got the pea-stained jeans from luxury brand Jordan Luca for $800. What are your thoughts on this?
Hate it, gross.
Yeah.
Done.
What, you don't love the jeans that look like someone's pissed his pants?
No.
You don't love the high fashion piss your pants jeans?
Hate it, gross.
For context then, like £800, I think that's a bargain.
Guys, you know, you doing this, I could lose my job because if I say like,
it's a good point.
Hate it.
No one pull up any of the brands that Lois works for.
No, but if I say hate it and then I go into work and they're like, oh my God, that was revolutionary. Like, sack
it's a
that
very
girl.
good point. But to be honest, with the stuff we have on this list, there's going to be very little you're going to go, this is a big deal for me to say I don't like it, to be honest.
Okay.
But Splinter, please pull up the next one.
I saw these.
Yeah, these are bad. This is the Nordstrom mud jeans, $425. What do you think? To walk around like you've been slid down a hill.
I actually like these.
You
love it.
Like these?
And my word is controversial because I know you guys don't, but I love it.
I would say if it wasn't
$425 worth, love it?
Yeah.
Because even the cut though, it's not even, look at the...
I've got to stand on what I'm saying now.
The jeans.
I respect that. To be fair, because if it wasn't actual mud, I quite like the colour. I mean, fucking hell, look at the jeans I'm wearing. Like they're a bit of a
No, but
colour.
Yours are a lot nicer.
I like the colour, to be fair.
I think, to be honest, like that image doesn't inspire me. Like those shoes and the top, like gross. And the little label, like not loving it. But like, I think...
those
so the fit's wrong then, is what you're saying?
I think, if that was worn by the right person in the right context
I
on the
do
right
agree with
shoe,
that.
I think it's going to be out. You know, even if there was like mud on the floor and it's like a kind of symbolic thing, like rising from the earth or being connected to the earth. I kind of rate it.
That's why
You know
she
what?
gets paid the big bucks.
That's why she knows what she's
Because
doing.
I looked at that and went, this man's been rolling around in dog muck.
Yep.
No, I like
literal
it.
poo on his knees and he's fucking 500 quid.
Yeah. Horrible.
And you're right though, the shoes really don't sell well.
No,
they don't.
it's-
The little
They've not
trashy
dressed
next
him well.
Do you know
Bros.
what? This is why I have a job, because it's all about context. Like if that
Absolutely.
was shown in a different, I don't know if you guys seen the Balenciaga show where they had all the mud on the ground.
Yes, I did see that.
Like, you know, if somebody was walking in a Balenciaga show
It
with
makes
those
sense.
on it would make more sense.
It does look like a next home shoot, but the model fell over before
Yes.
the photo.
Yeah. Anyway, we just got no time. Just get them.
Yeah, just carry on.
Yeah. Next one,
The
please.
fucking
Splinter.
mud's really like,
It's
the one on his arse cheek there,
it's-
that's shiny.
It's
that.
wet.
Do you
It's
know,
fresh.
Do you know what he looks like? He looks like, do you remember that video, that northern bloke where his dog pulled him over in the mud and the video starts when he goes, don't even fucking talk to me. That's all I'm saying. His jeans look like that.
Maybe
I
that
think
was
he went
him.
and flogged him for 500 quid after it.
Banana stuff. But go on, next one, please.
Go
Splinter.
on, hit me.
It's the Balenciaga bag that was $2,000, which strikingly resembled the IKEA £1 carrier bag.
I originally thought it was.
I did. I thought it was a back to front photo or
It
something.
really looks
I
to
was
be.
really confused.
And I hate to say it,
So
because of the yellow one, the straps. I
prefer
kind of
the
like.
IKEA one.
I prefer the
Yeah, I
IKEA
prefer
bag,
the IKEA one.
You know, and and this colour, I'm a big fan of the colour.
Yeah,
but
me too.
the material, the size, for everyone to go, what lamp have you got in that?
Yeah.
What set of drawers is in the side that bag?
So is that a winner or a loss for you, that?
For $2,000.
The bag on the right is I hate it, but the bag on the left is I love it. I've got friends with that, you know, the mini bag.
Yeah.
And I actually rate it.
It's because IKEA are literally one of the goats for branding, I think.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Virgil Abloh was like,
Yeah, he
get
did
me
his whole
in there.
collection.
Yes.
I really
mean-
wanted the clock.
And like, who doesn't love a Swedish meatball?
Oh,
Who doesn't love a Swedish
Course.
meatball?
fucking yes.
Of course.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's kind of like a 50-50 for me.
Yeah. All right, we'll
So,
take shout out to
Price is
IKEA.
important as well, isn't it?
Price
That's
is-
why I've got it down.
You
mean-
said 2,000?
Yep.
Ugh.
Crazy.
Jinx.
That's
It's just
insane.
Gen Z Mary Poppins, isn't it? That's just what
Yeah.
this bag is.
I don't
You
even
could fit
feel
more
like
in that,
that's
though,
got
to
a
be fair.
zip. It doesn't strike me as the kind of bag that's got a zip.
I think they've really cheaped out if they haven't even bothered to put a zip in it though. Because if that's
I
an
know,
open
but
bag
it
and you
doesn't
can't
look like
close
it's got
that.
one, and that's important for me. If I'm paying £2,000,
Yeah,
I
what is
don't
it?
want my stuff falling
I don't want to
out.
have to put my own zip in it.
Yeah, next one we got
What
Margiela's
the fuck?
pre-destroyed sneakers, $1,425. It's $1,425 for these Margiela's. This one I feel like is going to be hard for you to
Yeah, that
convince
is
me.
really hard.
Because they're already beat.
Why are you laughing? Do you think
They're
they're so
already
terrible?
The shoes themselves, as someone who's a big sneaker fan, the shoes aren't even cool. If it was at least a nice silhouette, because they look very much like 2000 Supras to me, and they just look like they've been ran for a cheese
Well, I'll tell you
grater.
what, because you're thinking, I completely agree with Liam, but what I will say is the beat up look isn't what concerns me.
It's the
Because
shape.
like,
Is it the
it's
shape?
the silhouette.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The
because,
silhouette's the
I mean,
problem.
like even your is it the Chinatown shoes? you've got?
Chinatown, yeah.
Like and these other, what are the ones where you can like scratch the fabric off
Oh,
of
I
is it
really
the Dunk
want
Lows
them.
or? I
No,
can't
they did an
remember.
Air Force One for
Air Force
and
One.
Dunk Low for-
But anyway, like the beat up look on a good silhouette, I think it's
agree.
quite cool.
Yeah.
Look at literally the shoes I'm wearing.
Distressed.
My 95s are falling apart.
Oh yeah, and the
On the
distress
back.
look, that's it. Yeah.
But
Distressed.
because they're falling apart, they still kind of look
Yeah.
cool.
But that
Yeah,
looks
no, I think,
like
do you know
shit.
what? I think it's the shape for me that it's a hate it.
It's the silhouette's the
Yeah.
problem.
They
It's,
look like a very shit Jordan.
Hate it, distressed. That's my word.
yeah.
I'm distressed looking.
But
at
yeah,
it.
I am
Nice.
distressed.
Oh, that was we have to go to the next one. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so these are Gucci's $500 upside down glasses. They are what they say in the tin. They're upside down. Yeah, you know what? Give them a flip so you
Insert
can see
effect
them.
here.
Give it a flip so you can see it around the right way.
Oh, will it not
it's not
turn the
gonna
whole
It's
way?
not going to give the whole way for it. Yeah, Lois, thoughts
It's,
on
it's
these?
giving Edna mode.
They
yeah,
are very Edna
Dara
Mode.
love it for me.
No, I can't get it back, can you?
Because I can see,
He's
but
twisting
it's
his
adding
lost.
to the ambience. Do you know what I mean? Of the like, do you know what I mean? The perspective of it.
But if I
Um,
saw, what job could you possibly do where you're going to take, if your GP was wearing these, you go,
No,
You're not the person for me.
That's not where I would envision placing them. But like, I think you could do a really cool shoot with those. Like, you know, even if you were like lay on the floor and it was like upside down or playing with perspectives.
That's a good idea.
I think like this is really cool play of perspectives.
okay.
Obviously, you're not going to put them on if you're like a receptionist at the GP's office.
or just, if you're going to see the photo, just a classic daughter of a Victorian.
Yes.
There we go.
Again, it's like time and a place, and
Yeah.
it's.
Do you know what?
it's,
You've educated me there, Lois, because I actually don't think
I mean,
the glasses
that
are the
looks
problem.
crazy. That looks so cool. Like, imagine
Yeah,
You sold it. You could do
honestly,
it.
your
it's what
album
she's- it's
cover.
what she's
It would be
wearing.
amazing.
It's what she's wearing that I don't like about that photo.
It's her.
Yeah, it's
So
giving a bit-
love the glasses, hate
She's
her.
very Victorian.
Yeah, yeah, fuck her.
I'm joking.
You know what?
It's a
Speaking of
dead trim as well,
receptionists,
isn't it?
though,
It's a dead trim.
Receptionist at a Northern Quarter Barbers.
Victorian receptionist.
That's
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
she
her.
does coffee on Oldham Street.
I think that's really like a big look, and I'm a love it.
You're here
Look,
for it.
It's a
Okay.
complimentary way of saying that she looks like a Victorian slave. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, next one, another one again. Extreme one, Balenciagas.
I mean, I feel like
do
I
you wanna-
already referenced this, so I'm going to have to say love it. 'Cause
Yeah.
You can say love it for
Yeah.
it, but Sam, you've not got any ties. You can say what you think.
So,
Also,
I mean,
to give you context, $1,850 these cost. $1,850.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Because if you'd have shown me this before, shown me the other distress shoe, I'd say they look like a bag of shit.
Yeah, these are the.
But they're way better than them.
Yeah.
Way better than them.
They are.
But
I
they're
love the
also-
Converse-esque, like,
They
Chuck
are.
Taylor silhouette.
They literally
Me
ripped
too.
it right off.
And I actually quite like the spray paint effect and
Love.
little cheesy little twister here.
But-
Behind Lois's head is an Air Force One I spray painted
Yeah.
Feel Weird stuff on.
Yeah.
I actually really like that look, but it's the piss stain for me that I'm not a fan of.
No, it doesn't look. It looks like these would be like the house fire ones because that's what they look. The other ones at
You
least were
planned
like
that. That's
clean.
funny, that.
I just thought of it now because they literally look like they've just been. Someone has been killed in them shoes in a house fire.
You know the question, if your house is burning down, what would you rescue? My man said he's Chuck Taylor's, didn't he?
He said he's Chuck Taylor's.
He said he's Chuck
going
Taylor's.
in.
He went back in for his Converse and they didn't make it.
No, he didn't make it, but his shoes barely did.
Pushing two.
Have you guys
grand,
seen
though.
that episode of The In-Betweeners where
Yes. already.
somebody borrows the shoes?
Yeah.
They go to the club.
Oh, they
And
did.
isn't
One
he
of
like
them-
It was
hobo pissing
Simon
him or
Borrow.
something?
It was
Yeah.
Simon. That is
Yeah.
And
kind
he
of
has to
given
trade
that.
him with the guy on the street
Yeah.
for him.
And then he went and sold them for 1,800 quid.
And Carly's like, ew, what's that smell?
Yeah.
His
Not the
literal
smells
piss.
following us. Yeah. That's a great
That's a
episode.
top tier
Yeah.
reference as well.
Yeah.
It is.
But yeah,
Next.
love.
Oh,
Love.
go on.
That's the conclusion of that.
I
Oh,
don't know.
I feel like I
could have
loved
done.
most of
I
them.
could do that for an
No,
hour.
we've
Have
got-
you got a
yeah.
favourite? Anyone got a specific favourite? Because I actually think these are really cool.
I'm going to go with the
I-
glasses, you
If
know.
they were a little bit
Glasses.
less distressed, dare I say it?
It's just, I,
think
guess
like
it's
it.
this bit, isn't it, in the middle
Yeah.
of
It
this
is,
spot.
your socks
But the rest,
exposed.
this shoe, I think the top shoe looks really
But
good.
also, what?
Yeah.
How many wears are you getting out of these though? Just walking.
As many as you want because they're already like,
Yeah.
But that's what I mean.
Good
That
point.
before,
But were they not
They're
just actually
so special
fall apart?
occasion though, aren't they? That's what I mean. I guess
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
this damage. They're so special occasion that
That's
you know,
like taking your missus to prom kind of shoe, isn't it?
just this effect on the bottom of the shoe. Just
it's even like maybe a stage shoe or like a press shot shoe.
Well, do you know what I do respect though is that they've committed to it because have
Yeah.
you seen the Vans? I think it's I can't remember which one.
mischief you talking about.
Yeah,
the
the
wavy ones.
No. So the beat up ones they've released and they're literally just muddy Vans. There's no different at
Spell
all.
it.
Yeah.
Would you put
Just the old
mischief
school
Vans,
Vans.
please? You spell it without the vowels in it.
Are
Like
the mischief ones the wavy
M-S-chief.
ones?
The wavy ones. So
They're class.
they're the one mischief I love as a brand, and I would absolutely adore to have anyone who's from the creative department from Mischief on the podcast because they keep ripping
Shout.
off very famous shoe and clothes like iconic designs and then putting their terrible twist on it and making it weird. So they've been.
So is it not an actual Vans
They've been,
collab?
no, it's not. They've been sued by literally every company to do this, but then they just go, we'll drop it from being released. So it's more of a clicks, but I absolutely
yeah.
love it. So they did this very famous, like got the.
This is the sneaker
silhouette.
equivalent of Morris Sings and Singsbury's.
It is
isn't it?
exactly that. But I absolutely
Just
love it
change
because
the name.
they did the same with an Air Force One. They've done it with a Jordan One. They're just towing the line of dying to be.
That's a big pull though, getting Tiger.
It is, but I think because they've got
Yeah.
enough. They've got enough. What's it called? Credibility to do this now, where they can do silly versions of shoes, and people go, "Hey, that's supposed to be an Air Force One." They go, "No, it isn't. It's called a
I like
super
how
normal
the
Coke White."
Mischief logo where it would normally say Air Force.
Yeah, but they keep doing this, and I can't think of any other examples annoyingly right now.
I-
But they keep ripping off.
I think that's so cool. It's like
I think it's cool.
they should keep their artistic license for that because it's just
Yeah,
it says a lot.
Absolutely.
I think
the parody effect is
the
actually
way
Yeah.
they do
cool,
it
isn't it?
is they'll make a really limited short supply of them. Mischief are also the ones that did the the big red boots,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the big
yeah.
No, that's
inflatable.
They're sick, I think.
Yeah, that's
which were,
it.
they're probably their most famous
if
piece,
they,
just
if they
because.
didn't cost more than your like Christie's bollock,
Yeah,
I would literally have one here.
that was free though, so it's not even a good thing. But this, I think, is a good example because this is the first time they didn't rip off anything other than what Playmobil or the Lego. That's what they look like. to me.
Playmobil.
Such a good one. I
'Cause
was
they're
going to
just
say
ridiculous
actually,
shoes,
like,
but-
what about when they have to make their own thing? But I didn't realize that was them. So
So
fair play.
I think their whole play is so clever because they make something outrageous knowing they're going to get sued and go, well, we won't mass release it, but we've made 100 pairs, so we'll obviously sell these to the highest bidders.
Is that one? Is that?
Yeah, it's a heel. It's
Oh my
if you go
God.
check the one underneath it, you can see
That's mad.
Yeah, I love that.
wear that around
That's
the town.
kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's an offshoot, but I think the Mischief are great, and I would love to have someone on the on the podcast to talk about them because they make some ludicrous stuff, but it works.
Yeah, they just kind of like
Fuck with
take
that.
a design and fuck it up a bit. And it's like,
That's what I do by accident. Oh, are they the ones that did the Adidas box? The box
They
shoe?
did. They
Surely
did.
that's fake, right? You can't walk.
No,
No,
there's
the box is a
They
real
just
shoe.
have the most like enormous wedge, so you're
So for our
super
audio
tall.
listeners, it is literally an Adidas blue striped shoe box
Thank you.
with
yeah,
laces on it. The same size as well. Yeah.
ridiculous.
Tell me you won't rob them.
Every day.
Right, to get into our next round though, we've got some quick fire questions before we go into more understanding your creative process, because I certainly want to hear a lot about that.
okay.
So I've got 10 questions, I'll do 5, Sam will do the bottom 5, and give us just 1 word, 2 word, a short response into your thoughts and
I
teams.
really don't trust myself to do this, guys.
No, these
so I
these
can't
are,
think. I
These
just
are
gotta
totally
say.
safe. These will not
Okay,
hurt
they're
your
safe.
And just remember,
endorsements with
if you
anyone.
embarrass yourself, it's going online.
Yeah.
I did tell Lois before that, like, she was saying that other podcasts maybe would not give her like
A heads up.
a heads up. And I said, no, we'll give you the heads up
Yeah.
and then expose you.
No, there's
Yeah.
no gotchas or nothing that's going to hurt
No,
you,
no, no.
hurt your pockets. So, first one, these are nice questions. Dream brand collab.
Oh, wow. Oh my God, that's a big question.
It is a big
Lois Rae
questions.
X who?
Oh, wow.
Because you're in such a like unique space.
You mean as a creative director?
As
Wow.
whatever format
is
it is you like.
That's what I mean by the unique space. You've literally got feet in both camps.
Do you know what? Like, I would love to work with like a high fashion brand,
Mm.
of course. Like,
Some
so
mud jeans.
yeah, so I can make some muddy clothes.
But she'd stage them very well.
She'd say them very well.
I would also really love to branch into like men's wear.
Okay.
So this isn't quick, is it? Oh my
it's okay,
God.
take your time.
I love like Stone Island.
Right.
I'd really, because I'm really inspired by like natural elements, and I feel like they do
Yeah.
such a good job, like the neutral tones, and like
I like
they do
the
some
newer
really
stuff for
cool
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, and all their collabs like with musicians and stuff, I think
Yeah.
are really cool. And then maybe Prada. I love Prada, like just a really classic,
Yeah.
clean brand that I could just put my name to. Not
Nice.
as a collab, like, but as a creative director, I would
Yeah.
love to like do some work for them. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what then,
definitely.
as a musician,
As a musician.
like
Okay.
you are Lois Rae Smith. You're a famous music artist now. Like you got the Travis Scott collabs, all this stuff. Like you can have your, whether it's a shoe, whether it's a
Oh my
piece of clothing,
gosh,
something.
that is
collection.
such a difficult
collection, yeah.
That is such a difficult question for me, especially because I work with a lot of brands
Yes.
that obviously. Wow.
I know that's like
So you mentioned
the biggest loaded question for someone
Prada,
like
you
you.
Yeah.
mentioned Stone Island.
Yeah.
For you as a creative director, but what about you as an artist?
What about me as like a person?
Yeah.
What do I wear a lot of?
Because it's a bit like the Go for the First stuff with Tyler Craig. Like it's his merch, but it's a
Yeah.
collection.
I mean, I like Alexander McQueen.
Mm-hmm.
I like Adidas Originals. That'd be cool.
That trench coat's Adidas, by the way.
I'm trying to think of anyone. I mean, I'm probably going to finish this podcast and think, oh my God, there's
Think
so
of a
many
million
that I
on the way
didn't
over.
say.
Yeah, classic.
That's a really hard question.
Come back to us on that.
What
Em.
about you
need to-
guys?
Oh.
Can you guys give me some?
So for me, it's really easy to want to say Nike.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because I used to work for Nike. I've been a fan for them
Okay.
forever. And also it's not the most, even being the biggest sportswear brand, it's not the most unattainable
No.
option.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
the bag above you there, someone I know who used to be my manager had
Sick.
2 events with Nike to have their own collection where they had people come in. We went to it
Yeah.
in town when they opened the Nike store there to make their own jumpers. So like you got to pick from like a ton of different styled palettes of their sweatshirt. And then
Nice.
you would come back in half an hour, whatever, and they'd made your custom sweatshirt with all these different
Yeah, it was
panels. You could
sick.
have multiple swooshes, all that stuff.
I was wearing that yesterday and got loads of compliments.
You will do. So I think it's not
Yeah.
the most out there.
It's not, ironically,
Yeah.
not
even though it's the biggest name.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
very
not crazy
attainable.
out there. So that would be my
I suppose it's like part of the culture is like, yeah.
And they like
Very
to keep
much.
on the street level, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Mine's fairly easy. I'd say Stussy or Carhartt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or Golf and
nice.
Fleur.
Yeah.
Golf and Fleur is literally like,
Any one
I
of
can
those
see you in a
lock up.
Carhartt vibe.
oh, I've got way
would
too
fit
much
as well.
Carhartt stuff.
Yeah.
So much.
Oh my God. Will you come back to me and then I'll
We'll come back to you on it. We'll come
I'll
back
try
to
and
you.
be a bit more concise because you guys were really concise.
This one,
Good quick fire round so far.
Good quick fire round. No, it's
Number
okay. We
two,
got the
next.
time. This one, surely you're definitely going to have an answer for. A fashion trend that needs to die. What are you seeing out there on the streets? You're going, we need to get rid of this now.
Something just popped to your head straight away, and I
Yeah, it
want to
did.
say
What's
that.
the first answer?
I want to say that.
And if either of us are wearing it, that's okay.
Yeah.
I think, it's probably skinny jeans on men.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know?
I thought they were
jeans on
long gone
men.
now, but you do still see people every now and then.
I mean, I
with
don't think it's a
spray-on
trend. It's
skinnies.
just something that I don't like.
No, I agree.
We're going to call it a trend, and it needs to die. A
Yeah.
very, very horrible death.
They ran the streets in the 2010s
They did.
early on. And I think their time's come now where
Yeah.
they're, let's bag it up. a bit.
Can I
Let's
can I
widen
partner
it.
that with cuff chinos as well?
Cuff chinos have been gone apart from if
Blech.
you're some
It's not
friends of ours.
2007.
No.
Yeah.
Not wearing
You
your
know
like
what else
V
I've
button
seen?
neck River Island
Yeah.
t-shirt.
At Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, there's been a lot of like what I just couldn't get on board with. Like there was so much I could get on board with, but the one-legged trouser
I did
was
see that.
so
Let's
it's
pull this
Go on,
up.
I
Do you know
did- I
the
did see
brand
that.
for this?
several brands at Fashion Week. If you type in like
Paris Fashion Week.
half
one-leg
trouser Fashion Week,
Like,
or
so
like,
you're describing a skirt then to me? I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know
I didn't
what that
even think
means.
that's quite funny.
don't
not
know how-
quite that. No. Let me think of
So
some guys who
describing a
did it. It's
skirt.
like one. It's basically just one leg.
Like
One
a
leg
pencil
in.
And then did it
skirt is
have
what
a
I'm
leg
describing.
flying around?
Yeah, just like a one-legged trouser.
Oh.
Here we go. Like this is more. Yeah, I'm not really a massive
With like just bare leg
fan
exposed.
of that middle one. Like I'm
middle one's
struggling a
quite-
bit.
Yeah. So that is literally one trouser leg for
Yeah.
audio listeners, and just one leg.
Just a leg out.
That's just a.
What do you
just raw
guys
dogging
think?
that leg thing.
I've
Yeah.
seen jeans where they've been so baggy where like so much of the leg is out, and I
Yeah.
think they're cool enough to be.
Yeah.
They're cool in the
like,
right
I like
presence.
that.
kind of in this
I like
category,
that.
but
Yeah.
I think this is just a bit
An
too much.
entire leg out.
I don't think I could go out with like a blazer on and one trouser leg. And
No, because you
No.
assume everyone's going to go, sorry, miss, you haven't noticed your leg has, your whole
Yeah.
trouser
Yeah.
has split.
That's like, when grandparents are like, I got some
Yeah.
rips in your jeans.
Your shoes are destroyed.
You
You're
do
like, they're
walk
brand
around
new.
Deansgate in Manchester now though and see people see girls dressed in high heels, blazers, and then exactly like Splinter said, trousers where it's basically just the whole leg is ripped.
yeah,
Yeah.
And it's like, well, okay.
yeah.
But
I mean,
skinny
for
jeans
me,
are
it's
whole-
like I like to see other people and stuff like that. But for me, I like my
respect
own like personal style. I'm quite clean and like
Yeah. And you wouldn't be seen dead in it, is
Neutral.
what you really want to see.
yeah. But
that's
I don't hate it on other people. You know.
Okay. I got you.
very Switzerland. Very Switzerland.
She has to. It's part of her,
I get
it's
it.
part
I
of her
get
job.
it.
Next one.
Because when Balenciaga phone up and they go, hang on a minute, you were
You were saying
slacking
that.
us off.
But that's the thing with trends, isn't it? You see something, you think it's absolutely vile, and then
Yeah.
3 months, 4 months later, you're wearing it on the high street.
That's a
So
good point.
5 years ago, I wouldn't be seen dead in baggy trousers.
no. And look at you now.
I
You won't be seen
now
dead
I'm seen
in the
dead
other
in
round?
skinny jeans.
No.
Yeah.
So
Not
fair
at
enough.
all.
So
point.
Next one. I think it's a great question. If you could dress any fictional character, who would it be and how would you style them?
ooh. Okay.
I can't get Bart Simpson out of my head now.
You'd style Bart Simpson.
No, I wouldn't want to, just because you've got cross-eyed, bog-eyed Homer behind you.
Maybe we could do Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. that's a
Yeah,
good-
because of his glasses. His glasses are cool. But then I think I would like retro future Harry
Ah.
Potter.
What's
Do
he
you know what I
wearing
mean?
then? Describe the fit. What are you putting him in?
I think maybe we could do like a really baggy silver cargo
Ooh.
and like really chunky boot. Just like really like go the polar opposite of what Harry Potter is, because I think he could look kind of chic. He kept the glasses.
Well, it's the nerd look, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like maybe
You're
like
keeping the
keeping the
iconic
glasses
but
and
everything
keeping the
else is-
little,
Yeah.
the little
Scar.
scar.
Yeah.
The scars give.
Are you switching all this up?
I'm switching all. I'm switching up the cape.
Stock image.
But you
Harry
know
Potter.
the scar. The scar's actually giving like because it's like a lightning strike. It could
Scar
give some
slaps.
kind of like space theme.
I see.
Like
I was just
Could
thinking
work.
Thor. Put him in a full Thor outfit.
No, I like hers. I like the all grey
maybe like a really
Colours
silver,
fit.
like futuristic, maybe like a Yeezy vibe. Like,
I like it.
do you know what I mean?
I'm one.
Like
I'm won me
really
over.
like just bring Harry Potter into a new realm. Keep his magic, keep his wand, keep his scar, but everything else has got to
Yeah,
go.
but
He's a
lose the
space
shoes.
wizard.
Yeah.
Lose the
Lose
the
the
space
scarf.
wizard.
Yeah.
That's it. He's a space wizard.
Space
He's a
wizard.
space
That's it.
wizard.
So he's a
He's a
Jedi.
time traveling.
Future
He's a
retro
space wizard.
Time
space
traveling-
wizard, time traveling.
space Jedi.
I
is
love
what I'm
it.
going
Wait,
for.
we
Get
just
him in
wrote a
that.
book. Like,
Yeah, get that
Did we just
together.
write
We
the,
just wrote a sequel.
the Star Wars Harry
that's
Potter
it.
collab?
Yes.
Yo,
that's
Disney, get in
Adidas,
touch.
right?
You know you want fun,
TM.
There we
Adidas
go.
are going to just
Yeah,
like
style
start
us
that
up.
right
Do you
now.
not feel that would just feel like Jamiroquai and Harry Potter into one?
Yes.
Like
That's
space
fantastic, Paul.
cowboy.
Yes.
Kind of
That
the
is
way he
exactly
dresses,
the vibe.
even though without the hacks.
I'm a
obviously, where he
space
wears it.
wizard.
Let's get like
fit, yeah.
Jamiroquai's fit on Harry Potter and like silver it up.
Yeah,
We're
I
done.
think we've done some of that.
We're done.
What's the hat he wears? They wear on
A
Goblin.
fluffy hat.
He
like-
wears a lot
No,
of
the
different
the hat that
bunkers.
talks.
Oh, the sorting hat.
Sorting hat.
You're sure going to sorting hat on him? But
Listen,
it's got
I'm a
brim,
nerd, but
though.
I don't give a fuck
It's a
about Harry
sorting
Potter.
hat, but it's got a brim on it.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
It's
Jamiroquai
Jamiroquai's
version.
hat.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. There we go.
Yeah.
So really, now I'm just picturing Jamiroquai in Harry Potter clothes.
It's a
like the
new
other way
era.
around.
It's a new era.
I want
sorting
to ask
hat.
that question to everyone who comes on here.
I love it.
Because no one's going to say the same thing twice.
No, it's not. And I think that's a solid
Jamiroquai Harry
answer.
Potter is my favourite.
I'm going to have
Yeah.
to try and design
It's
that
going to
together
take
now. It's gonna be
some
really
real beating
difficult.
that.
Okay, next one. One surprising thing people wouldn't know about the fashion industry.
I think that it's not as savage as the music industry. It's actually,
No surprise there.
people do think the fashion industry is savage, but there's actually, especially when like working with small brands, it's really wholesome and you can have like loads of fun with your friends. And I think like customer facing, it looks really serious, but it's like this, like it's a proper fun vibe. And that's why it was such an easy transition for me. I mean, you'll know, like working in fashion before, like it's really nice. So yeah, like the music industry, really wholesome, really like obviously on the right side of the industry, like this kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It really
the right
translates.
side of the Diddy.
that's nice.
Yes.
You know.
That's good.
So
I like it.
yeah, I
That's
think,
a good positive one because you would expect a negative when you say what's something surprising.
You
but
Oh yeah.
It's good to hear
Let
that
me
there's
try
still-
it. Like honestly, I've been really, really lucky though. I can't really think of many negatives, but
That's good.
I mean,
That's
I think
good to hear though, especially because maybe if this was 5 years ago, maybe even a couple of years ago,
yeah.
it'd be very different.
I mean, obviously, there's horrible dark sides to
Sure.
every industry, especially the
course.
fashion industry.
Yeah.
And like, I think the people who probably look the most glamorous but have it the hardest are the models because they like mentally, physically, they get put through so much. It's really hard modeling all day.
yeah.
There's so much pressure, like
Very
mental
competitive, I
health. It's
imagine, as well.
competitive. Like if your images don't look right, you get sent home, and it's like if you've not got a thick skin, that's like really soul destroying.
That's brutal, isn't it?
But you soon like kind of get used to it and get used to the ways of working. But it's definitely not as savage as the music industry. So you guys would be fine.
keeping
music industry.
it moving. One item in your wardrobe you couldn't live without.
It's got to be that trench coat.
It's got me because I wear
It's
this all the
fucking-
time.
It's so sick though.
It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be like a trench because you can just chuck it on. I can wear it with a heel or a boot or even a trainer.
Yeah.
And and you can wear it in the summer open with like shorts and a little tee, or you could literally like layer it up in the winter. So probably a trench. Easy.
Everyone
done.
needs a long
I'm
coat.
trying to be I'm trying to speed it up.
That's fine.
No, you're good. No, you're
I think
good.
we abandoned the quick fire thing.
Yes.
The first question.
Slow fire.
Well, right, okay. So the next one is, considering that you've worked, lived, like just travelled so much, what is the best city for like just style? And I'm talking clothes wise, like you're walking into Milan or whatever, like what are the people walking
Who
around
dresses
in?
the best?
Yeah.
Definitely not New York. I was really surprised. I thought I was going to absolutely love New York. And there was some really cool, like obviously street style there.
Yeah.
But I think we do it really well in the UK. Like Manchester and London do it really well. I think
Say it louder for those at the back.
I didn't realize how like fashion forward we were until I went to other places expecting so much.
Right.
But I think like we've got like so much self-expression. Like when I like in Manchester or London, I see like people just really expressing themselves through the clothes. Love that. And then I think obviously it's so like cliche, but I think Paris for not necessarily the clothes, but the styling.
Yeah,
the
okay.
way that they like style a scarf or a sock or just, you know, a bit of a finesse.
I do think just standing in Paris though makes you instantly look cool.
Yeah, it makes
Is
things.
that not really fair? I think that's cheating.
Yeah, maybe. Especially if you've got like a croissant or something.
Yeah,
and
innit?
like, yeah. You're just looking like
the equivalent in Manchester is literally a steak bake. So
That's it.
like, you
There's
stand there with a
nothing
Greggs
wrong
steak
with
bake.
a steak
There is
bake.
nothing wrong with a steak
There's
bake.
everything right about a steak
Absolutely.
bake.
But it doesn't
Absolutely.
really, you know, it's not the aesthetic look, is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Ask me in
It's the
5 years'
working
time
I
when the
think,
trend
like,
changes. The working
Sam,
man's
I think you a Carhartt campaign holding a steak bake
That's it.
in
You've
just
Manchester, in the
explained.
Northern Quarter.
That's perfect.
so many of
TM.
my favourite things in the world
Yeah. Trademark it
in
right now.
one go. Anyway, continuing. So that was. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't the quickest of quickfire rounds.
No,
anyway.
that's
No,
my
it wasn't.
fault.
No, it was not your fault. But the next thing, what I really wanted to cover was, so normally we've had before where we do like the Mount Rushmore of artists that have like massively inspired, whether it's musicians or whatever, for a music guest we've had on before.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, we really want to do a Mount Rushmore of best dressed musicians.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Is
Mount
it-
Rushmore's 4.
I always forget.
You've
Four.
got
Okay. So 4.
4.
I'll definitely do Noah Cyrus. It sounds like I'm absolutely obsessed with her, which I am.
Do it.
Like
Good.
she's just so gothic, like ethereal. I absolutely love how brave she is.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she does some wild things. So brave. I think maybe I could say Elvis
Sure.
because he's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, of
so
course.
wild.
Nice.
Michael Jackson, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Great
Michael
choices.
Jackson's just like on another
It's a
level.
big free already. I like
It's a
that.
great
Of stylish.
What's the look though? Because you've got from 50 years almost of Michael.
It's just like the black. Obviously, I love black leather.
Yeah.
The white
Yeah.
socks, the moonwalk with the
Yeah.
socks, the boots,
Yeah.
the black chunky boots, like amazing.
Shout out Michael.
Shout out Michael. And then one more.
One more. It's a great list so
um,
far.
Maybe
You've got two dead, one alive.
maybe I could do kind of like maybe a Britney or a Shakira or
Oh, cool.
like a Christina, you know, Christina in Dirty, like just
Yeah.
something really sexy, really like girly, like that. When I was little, I was looking at that thinking,
All
oh
three
my
of those
God.
are
Nice,
all like
yeah.
early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like their
Yeah.
prime years for
You
their
know, the
fashion stuff.
mini skirts, the big chunky belts. Even Anastasia had like such a cool vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big glasses.
Yeah.
Love. And the little tiny crop tops and I mean, if the
That's all
like,
in now as well, isn't it?
if the abs come with the outfit, then I'll take it. Do you know what I mean?
Abs
yeah.
do not come included.
Ah,
It's not included
shame.
in
Abs
this
not
purchase.
included
Shame.
in this purchase.
That's
stay
a
at the
really
gym.
very quick, solid 4.
That's so bold as well. I love that.
Yeah, a bit of a variation. But
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause well, I was going to say not what I'd expect, but like,
I mean,
Very stylish
I skimmed over
musicians.
Elvis, but just because it's so iconic, it's hard.
everybody gets
Yeah.
the Elvis thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't need to explain why Elvis was cool. You know, I think
Yeah.
that's pretty fair.
Also,
isn't
so you're talking about someone in the 50s. Like
Yeah.
you're talking someone
Yeah.
who's so long ago,
Timeless.
without any influence from, like now we've got so much influence for what we like to
Yeah.
wear from based on other people.
and just think, what did the Elvis film come out last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago? To
Yeah.
think that film came out literally 50, 60, 70 years after he was like peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still everyone's like, yo, this is cool.
Yeah, he's been dead, 20 years before he was born? What was he born? Dead in like
When did he
72?
die?
I'm guessing 72 to Elvis' death. 77, nearly. So it's enough time going by.
Even the
but
hair is just iconic.
Mad.
Yeah, no, I'll give it that. Michael as well. Solid one.
Absolutely.
You know which one I'm going to throw on? I'm not going to do a 4 because I'll be here for 90 minutes. I think Always Dressed is really cool. Is Matty Matheson. You know who plays Fack on The Bear? Would you call Matty Matheson fashion? He's got his own brand, and
That's a
because he's a
tongue
big
twister.
guy, it's a bit because he's a big guy, but the way he layers like workman style clothes and jackets with like a flat
I don't know if
skater
I'm thinking
cap.
of the same. Which
Type
one?
in Matty Matheson fashion, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But I think
I
he
just
just
can't remember
has,
which guy in the bear he is.
and because he's this guy,
yeah.
I think
He's the
'cause
only
of-
one that's actually a chef. So
he is
I
true.
did,
He's the only one
yes.
who's a
Okay, I
chef.
didn't know that.
But going through some of his fits, I love the way he layers stuff, like with shirts and a simple vest and a hat
Yeah, that's
underneath.
so cool.
That's
because he's a big
Love.
guy,
Love.
but that's not the best fit for him. Usually the way he
No, I
tailors,
actually love that
pink
outfit.
shirt
Yeah, but-
as well. But his use of colour and silhouette, I think always he just looks so cool whenever
Yeah.
you see him. So I really like his style. Do
I love his style.
you want to throw
It's a
one in
very
there?
good shout.
Came to mind.
It's just got to be Tyler the Creator that I
Yeah.
can't really think past it. Tyler Creator, I think,
But
is the coolest
Tyler
man on the
makes it
planet.
cooler because most of his
Is that your answer for everything?
Probably.
It
Yeah, I think that's
I think
fair.
he said it every episode.
Yeah,
actually.
no, I think you're
Someone-
right.
And
I think you're right.
There's not many questions you could ask me that I couldn't answer with
But
Tyler
most of his
Creator.
fashion, before it even comes up, is white tee, logo in the middle, coloured cap, and obviously
That's
some
none
like,
of the
Yeah,
stuff
but
I'm
if
thinking
it's not
of.
broken.
That's none of the stuff I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of his like
Yeah,
his,
that's
his Go for Fleur
amazing.
stuff.
Yeah, it's such a good
Gorge.
fit.
Yes,
Love.
he just makes
Because
anything.
his old skater stuff's cool as fuck anyway, but
No,
like
love.
all
But
the
he's
new
one of
Go
those
for Fleur
guys where
stuff.
anything he wears looks cool though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I
He
need the
cool in
Converse.
everything.
I need the new ones as well. You know, the dog on the bottom.
Yeah, love him.
Oh,
Big fan. I
Surprised
went
to
to buy
say
him. They all sold
Childish
out.
Gambino, to be honest. Donald Glover.
Yeah.
I think he's
He'd
definitely
go in there,
Gambino's another good
definitely.
one. Kanye's, I think, the top of the tops for this. I
Yeah.
saw there was, just to go on off a tangent here, there was a fit he had in 2017 and he got roasted for it. And then it was someone I follow on TikTok who reviews fashion who said, what he's wearing now is the most fashionable thing, but at the time
Oh,
was
yeah.
straight garbage
Yeah.
because it was so ahead of his time
Yeah.
for the kind of stuff that he was wearing. But I think he's always been like that way. He said in interviews where he likes
ahead
to
of
think
his
for
time.
fashion 10 years in the future all the time. And I think the way that he layers stuff and the kind of people that he's friends with, that he's friends with Virgil when he was
Some
here.
of the Yeezy silhouettes are so amazing.
So
Yeah.
cool. But this is the thing. It's like now, obviously, including me, everyone's wearing Carhartt now. He was wearing the messed up Carhartt stuff like years before
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
else was.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of his stuff is very similar to, you know, Jerry Lorenzo from Fear of God. I think a lot of his stuff is very similar as well because he's the one who did the whole Essential collection. But that's ironically his least impactful stuff because I think he's got such interesting,
Absolutely.
like layered, heavy set stuff.
Sorry to interrupt, but can
Go
we have a
on. Yeah,
moment
let's
of
keep
breaking
going.
news where
Go on.
Kanye and Bianca are divorced?
I did see
Oh.
that today.
Has that
The
happened
real
today?
Kanye's back.
Apparently so. Apparently so. But that's just because she was sent to watch him anyway, isn't it, Liam?
Yeah, probably so. But anyway, not to get off onto another conspiracy.
We shouldn't
side,
go
but-
there.
No,
No,
we
we really shouldn't go
no, we're
there.
not trying to
That
get
is
to
come back for
relationships.
just
that is
a
a
conspiracy
crazy
episode.
topic to
It is.
address 5 minutes before the end of the
Yeah,
podcast.
no,
It
literally.
really
For so
is.
many reasons.
No,
Sam.
literally.
Should we go?
Go on. So, what we want to know, especially because the amount of cool shit that you're doing at the moment. Like, I mean, first I want to know, where do you see yourself leaning into the most? Are you going to take a moment from music or?
No. I like have a very like romanticized view of my life, I
Yeah,
think. And,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't think it's impossible to do it all. But like there's a way that I love looking at life. This is gonna get really philosophical, probably really cringy now. But like I think like I see creativity as like a lens, basically. And like you can do stuff in your life to kind of polish the lens, if that makes sense. So for me, and it's different for everybody. Like for me, it could be like as simple as like eating well, exercising, meditating, walking on the beach, playing my guitar, singing, like stuff just comes through me. Like that for me, it's not like, oh my God, am I doing music or am I doing fashion? It's just something that I do to try and keep like my lens polished. And then when I do fashion stuff and I've got to come up with a creative concept, I'm clear, if that makes sense. To
Like that.
So it's not necessarily like I don't really compartmentalize creativity in that way where I think, same with art, like because I'm really passionate about art and I've like just started getting into that, but I try not see them all as separate things. I just think I'm just doing it and trying to like refine and like,
Maybe that. I think that's
Clear
what
the
makes the
lens.
best art, though, isn't it? Where it's all
Yeah.
synonymous.
Yep.
yes. So I don't know is my answer really. I just go where feels good, which is
That's
probably
a better answer than like
Yeah, it's a better way to.
binning that off and doing this. Like,
Yeah.
You're doing it all.
Yeah. And I mean like fashion and music really. I mean music didn't fall into my lap. I've been doing
Yeah.
music since I was 5. But like
yeah.
like fashion really did fall into my lap. So it's like I just kind of like go with it, go with the wave and like enjoy it. And if it feels good and it's adding value, and like me, you guys know all about that. Like if you're doing something that feels good and it's adding value and hopefully you're making like a living where you can be comfortable, then I think just do it.
Absolutely.
Top
Yeah.
tier answer.
Yeah.
To your advice, that.
Top tier
So,
advice.
yeah,
from a
thanks.
Creative Swiss Army
Yeah,
knife.
welcome to Lois's TED
See,
Talk.
I'm not just stupid.
No,
Like,
you're not stupid at all.
No, that's great.
Well,
but-
I mean, you've dropped all that advice and then you're gonna deliver an incredible performance that they can all tune in and see as well. So
well,
that is a guess and a half.
we'll see.
So we're gonna have to wrap this up, aren't we?
We are indeed. So thank you very much for coming on.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
been
Where
such
can
a
thank you
pleasure.
so
Where can
much for
people
having
find
me.
you? Where should look out for you?
don't find me. I hate the internet.
Okay, she'll find you. You'll see her stuff.
I'll find you guys.
She'll see your stuff.
No, so just Lois Rae Smith on Instagram.
Yeah.
I've got a TikTok which I never use. I hate the internet, even though I owe my entire career to it. So I mean, maybe just don't find me. You can email me. Like,
Well, I'll shout for
I'm
her.
a grandma.
Head to Spotify and listen to
Oh,
Lois
yeah.
Rae.
That's the way to do
Because
it.
her music's sick, even though she's changing it all at the moment.
Yeah.
It is still sick.
Yeah, Spotify. What are they? Apple Music, all the
Yeah.
All the
iTunes,
above.
all the above.
Streaming.
Streaming platforms.
That's what the professionals say. Thank you. Spotify. That's what they say. Right, amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming.
No,
Especially,
thank you for having me.
I mean, I know you've, in fact, I'm going to tell everyone that you've come all the way from Lisbon just for us.
Yeah.
No.
Shout
Just
out.
for us. So thank you for coming all the way from
thank
Lisbon.
you so much for having me.
Just for us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
You're very
It's
welcome.
been amazing.
You're welcome.
Until next time.